who you and I know. Okay.
This is from Qingzhao. And the next will be welcome our speaker, our editor for the online study group, our book. Let's welcome our editor. Her name is Kaixuan. Her flyer was made by Hui, and she made this flyer. I make this flyer by AI, collaboration with AI. The flyers were the cooperation works by our editors and the AI. And so the introduction was written by the Kaixuan herself, and the flyer were made by the sister Hui. And today, Kaixuan is going to share a poetess, Li清照, a very famous poetess, Li清照from ancient China. And because let us review the introduction of Kaixuan, because the book we have for the online study group for the 10-year anniversary, Kaixuan has come to this on-site to Kaohsiung. And no matter where we are, and no matter what kind of background you are, we cannot connect with one another in online study group and learn the Dharma teachings from Master Cheng Yen. And we also connect our sentiments through the online study group. And when we can write down what we learned and our sentiment it's in the past of 10 years in the online study group, we have the sentimental value in this group. There are 33 writers over the world, and they work together to write this book together. Everyone have their bright spots in their life, and they could share their life wisdom in this book. And in the past 10 years, we have every week, every Wednesday, we have 50 to 60 volunteers that participated to make this online study group possible. And we filter out the stories and choose 500 stories from in the past of 10 years. Editor Kaixuan, her husband is a doctor, and she has educational background. And there is another volunteer who participate in making this book possible. She is from Thailand, and we welcome you because you have positive energy. The editor is here. The chief editor, Kaixuan, is here. She says she is going to share a very famous poetess, Li清照. And her oldest daughter say that she said the online interpreter will have a difficult time to interpret your sharing. We appreciate the editor Kaixuan. In the past 10 years, Master Cheng Yen encouraged us to compose a book. So it was I thought at first I didn't know where to start, but I appreciate Sister Shi Kaixuan. I appointed her to be our chief editor. She asked me, and I just joined the team. Do you trust me? And I say, I trust you. You can make it. And she said, if you trust me, I am confident to accomplish this task. And the next, because of the book, Jump on the Clouds, it's the book for our online study group. There's a little monk. We ask a painter, an artist. He painted this little monk, and we made it into a little stuffed doll. See this cute little monk, and also a bag of a carrying bag with the little monk. And the next year we have a night lamp. And the 12th-year anniversary, we are going to have another gift, a 12 lamp, night lamp. And Master Cheng Yan's in her teachings, life wisdom teachings, Master Cheng Yan invited everyone to attend our online study group. The Wang Zhihong, from the journal, chief editor journal. I didn't know what Sister Shi is going to, editor Shi is going to share Li Qingzhao, the very famous poetess from Song Dynasty. I love to be with you because you have positive energy. If you are not Shi Kaixuan, please go back to your seats. When I'm here, we have all kinds of gifts for our online study group. I have to watch the time. Dear Dharma Master Cheng Yan and the master at Jinse Bo and on the book friends from both on site and online. I'm Shi Kaixuan. Today, I only like to talk about to just chat, but today I get a lot of people give me feedback. They are waiting for me to share my font of this ancient poetess Li Qingzhao. So I feel pressured. So people, friends are waiting for me to share, and I'm here with principals from Shiji School. I feel pressure. Why I want to share poetess Li Qingzao. When I remember when I was around junior high school, when I came across a book at a bookstore, I didn't like the textbook, but I always like to visit a bookstore. I came across a book titled Li Hoju, the last ruler of Li of Southern Tang Dynasty, and Li Qingzao. From that, I admire the poetess. She is a female, such a remarkable female. I am fond of her. My daughter also adore Li Qingzao. My husband say that didn't my husband wonder why there's a drama that was the lyrics, the poetry from Li Qingzhao. My husband said, who could come up with such a title? My husband. And my daughter criticized him. He was not literate. I asked my daughter, why you know this poetry was from Li Qingzao? And she said, I know her. And my daughter said, she was a female. She is so remarkable. At that time, only men can, women's voice were insignificant. And in the Tang Dynasty and Song Dynasty, Su Dongpo, he is the very talented poet. And at that time, Li Qingzao criticized that Su Dongpo, the very famous poet, his poetry was only the sentence in different lengths. Li Qingzao, her poetry were very elegant, like herself. And when I went to the Taichung Opera House to watch the show about the Li Qingzao, poetess Li Qingzao, and Li Qingzao, and she was born in year 1084. She was born in Northern Song Dynasty, and she was considered an epigraphist. She was renowned as the greatest female literary talent of all time and the founder of the graceful poetry style. Her father's name, Li Gefei. Her father, Li Gefei, was a famous scholar of the Northern Song Dynasty, and her mother was well versed in poetry. So, she grew up in a very richly cultured environment. From early age, Li Qingzao, poetess Li Qingzao, displayed exceptional talent. Her useful poem often express free and leisurely sentiment, such as if in a dream. I often remember the creek pavilion at dusk, which reflects her innocent and worry-free life. That is admired. As in my dream, I remember well the pavilion beside the brook at dusk. And I admire until I have my free time, enjoy my free time beside the brook at dusk. I forgot to go home. I was drunk because Li Qingzao enjoy drinking. If you are not adult, please do not drink. Obliviously of the past home. Once our reverie ended, we returned by boat in evening's hush, yet mistakenly drifting deep into the lotus flower pool, fighting to cross, we startled a whole stretch of goals and egrets in flight. You can see that from her poetry. You can vividly imagine the beautiful scene. The second. Deeply I slept, yet the hangover from the wind still lingered. I drank again. I slept deeply. She still have the hangover. She asked the maid, rolling up the curtain. She asked the maid, who wake up and rolling up the curtain. She asked the maid, how is the crab apple flower? And the maid replied, it's still blossom as before. Do you know, it must be that the green leaves grow lush as the red flowers fade. When my daughter was in her 6th grade, my daughter replied to me. She said, if the wind's so strong, it wouldn't be possible that flowers, there's still flowers. That flower has already all fallen down on the floor. My daughter in her kindergarten, I asked her whether she understands this poetry. My daughter at 5 years old, she wouldn't understand. At that time, Li Qingzhao was in her teenage year. And after she got married, she got to know her husband Zhao Mingchen at age 18. The couple, she got married with Zhao Mingchen. The couple shared the same scholar interest, particularly in the collection of painting, calligraphy, and Asian literature. Their marriage was filled with harmony and mutual affection. They often exchange poems and jointly study epigraphy, and they also amass an extensive collection of inscriptions and ribbons. And Li Qingzhao, she is very cute. And Zhao Mingchen went out to buy flowers.
Of course, you are beautiful than the flower. Although he's an ancient person, but he's still very, have to say, pleasing word to please her wife. And then they didn't get an office job, so they did not economic independent. So he will go to the pawn shop to get some money and to buy antiques and to share with Li Qingzao, to look at the antiques and the poetry study. And that's why that period of time, they are very enjoying their life. And they have a lot of antiques and to pack in their room. And after dinner, normally they will study the books and then spray the tea. Especially, for example, we talked about story, share it together, and we'll paper throw to a story. We'll guess which poetry from the books, and Li Qingzhao is like to bet, and every time she will won the bet, and if you lose, you probably will spill the tea. And if you lose, but actually you lose, you will drink all the tea. And actually is read the books and drink the teas and interact, the very nice interact with husband and wife. They combined a very good feeling. And both of them together enjoy the calm and very deeply fulfilling life together. And this poet, 醉花印, is very about the marriage of Li Qingzhao's life. Li Qingzhao's married years for the literary inspiration, and to send this poetry to Zhao Mingchen. And Zhao Mingchen liked to reply to her wife, to his wife. And because of this, and he spent 3 days to write more than 50 poetry to his wife. And after that reading, sent it to reading to his friend. And actually, from his friend, he will think 3 of lines is much prettier, and those are pretty nice as from Li Qingzhao. And only 3 lines among these are truly excellent. His friend said, and don't say I'm not heartbroken. The west wind roll up the curtain. She's thinner than the yellow chrysanthemum. And she's really good at the poetry. And only 3 of them are really excellent, beautiful. And Zhao Mingchen thought I wrote around 50 poetries, but how amazingly my friend said the lyrics I wrote my wife is better than mine. How could that be? And then we can think the thinner with different kind of thing. And Li Qingzhao, she has a very nickname, Li, 3 things. She has different kind of thing. Some friend familiar with me, you will know that how I lose my weight. And you can see the different kind of pictures of my poster. You can see I get thinner, I lose weight. When I look at the AI, I will try to lose weight. I'm very painful to lose weight. I'm very regret to say about the topic of Li Qingzhao. I would know to say Yang Guifei is better than for my picture. And Li Qingzhao's nicknames Li 3 thing, and then Li Sanshou, and this is her nickname. She is really simplified a thing in her poetry, and this is after the marriage, and this is poetry to think as her husband. This poem was written by Li Qingzhao for her husband, who had recently left home after their marriage. It expresses her loneliness in solitude and her longing for his early return. And around her 40th, and the Song Dynasty diminished by the different enemy, so they have to start a fleet action. And then the couples bring 15 carts, carriage of antiques and books to them. For Zhao Mingchen, books and antiques are very important and better than their life. So they bring all the 15 carriage of books. After a couple of months, they get the order from the dynasty and ask Zhao Mingchen to the area to place. So Zhao Mingchen asked her Li Qingzhao to go to south, and after the situation settled, you can bring them. And you can imagine in the bring on the boat, and you can see Zhao Mingchen, you have to take care of all the very important books and antiques. You have to take care of them then. And to tell her very important thing to take care of her. You will take a different order to take off different books and antiques. So you have to start with them. If I was Li Qingzhao, I would probably throw a stone at him. You didn't tell me to take care of my book myself. You told me to take care of the books and antiques. And Li Qingzhao during the war, she's very insistent to take care of the books and and bring all the families. During the war, it's very terrible situation to face a very difficulty. So have to struggle all the years of hardship, exile. And on the way down to the south, she faced a different of a story. She didn't after she went on the whole way through to the south, and she heard the bad news that her husband was died because of illness, and she is very terrible, and because of her husband's antiques and books, and she finally find a place. So it's very terrible place to face all this difficulty. And at this sudden, there's a person appear. And the northern Song dynasty, you have to be widowed for 3 years, and so you can remarry again. So she widowed for 17 months, and then and for that person, he's Zhang Luzhou she married with him and Zhang Luzhou, and finally find out that Zhang Luzhou is because of her antiques and books, and then she doesn't have a lot of money, so Zhang Luzhou humiliated Li Qingzao. And for the woman at this dynasty, she cannot fall in love, as she cannot survive by herself, and she's very poor, she's very lonely. And then Li Qingzao is very stand up for herself. I have to stand up. And then all the sisters need to stand up, face the truth. And so she proposed the suicide and divorce to the office. And no matter successful or not, the woman have to get prison for 2 years for a Song dynasty. That's the sentence. I will fight for that to start to get a divorce successfully. So she decided to get prison for 2 years. So pursued the divorce case, and she actually finally success to divorce, and she get in prison for 2 years. And luckily, her father is very influencing, very powerful. So that's why she can get out of prison. But at the end, she's not very rich, she's very poor. So you can see from this poetry, you can find 7 words you can see from this picture. And then 3 the spring of Wulin, you can see the first 7 words. You said 7 words, you can see the worry to represent herself, her life, her turning. So she can't very understand the time, the resilience in life, and it was written at the age of 53. The poem consists reserved and tinged melancholy. And she got divorced. And then the fragrance of fallen, the sun is high, and yet she has no wind to dress at. And then this poetry is to say she keep her her husband's wish to keep that. So we finish her husband's book, the Jin's Room, and they say she's very tiring of doing that, but she still insists to finish her husband's work. So you can see this poetry to transform her pain into the art. Poetry became her path of cultivation. Her poems are both outlet of sorrow and crystallization of the wisdom. And then from this, and the air carried the faint fragrance and a fallen flower. The sun is high, yet she has no wind to dress. The scenery remains, but the people and the thing have changed. Everything has ended. She wishes to speak in her feelings, but her tears fall before the words come. She's heard that the spring scenery by the twin springs is lovely, but she plans to boat in there. Yet she fears to little boat like grasshopper may not bear her weight of her sorrows. So we can see from that Xiong means males. Okay, so she had to find her life of Li Qingzao. We can see she's very lovely and very family, and now she's now very poor and at the end. And she passed away around 70s. And for the half past of her last life, she's very painful. And she's really insists to finish her husband's book. And in area, she's a really chaos area. And she find a place to fulfill her life and herself. And you can see the difference. We can see all the differences. And then everyone's life is a unique chapter and its own story and realization. When you reflect on your past and present, think about the future. How would you write your own poem for your life journey? So you can see for Qingzhao, this is the Bodhisattva path of Shangden, no Master Zhen Yan. So we have to insist the wisdoms and we our past. So we have to believe Li Qingzao believe her husband's idea. She insists to keep all the treasures. So bring a lot of idea for the antiques. She also thinks I'm really good at write poetry. She is a really literary educated person. And she doesn't mean I'm really good at it. When I feel the hardship, when I have to write it, I will bring the help to the rest life. So she really write down the poetry and insists the ideas to be strong. So from today, please go back home and think for your life. You have different kind of life for you and from the difference from the others. Li Qingzao will think the grasshopper cannot bear her weight of her sorrows. They is so weary and to sorrow the wander, drifting with her home. So we found that Li Qingzao, we can do it. And on the boat will carry all her weight, all sorrows. So we think a beautiful night and then express her life. So please go back home to think about your life. To think about the good and bad of your life. When doing that, you have to insist your idea, your wisdom. So you have to write a poem. What kind of poem will write for your life journey? And very thank you for everybody online. We'll go back to the times to interact with Li Qingzao. Thank you. And before I come in now, I'm really thankful. Can I bring the book? Okay, I will do that. Okay, you will do something. I will say something to interact with the scene. When I see the book, I'm really glad. I'm so happy to have this book published. I will stand here. And we exist, online study group exists, and we have this book exist published as well. I'm really happy to think this editor is really talented and to share the story with us. And she come to the team for 1.5 months, and then we didn't do a lot of talking. When do a little bit, and we have the idea that I just told her around 11:30 something. I just told her that will be yours. This is your job. If you if you dare to do it, if you trust me, I will do it. I will complete the mission. And both of their women can finish the mission impossible. And also, I finished the lose weight. And we find another woman, just three very thin women together. Okay, Hui Ying, please come forward on the stage. We have three very thin and skin women together on the stage. Luckily, we have you, or we will have a new editor. We have this editor to be with us. She come with Hui Ying, come to the online study group from nothing to more to in compact have this study group. Actually, and we want to find out to present this book with our filing. And we have three writers. We just find out we have three very good educative editors. For example, teachers, lawyer, and a doctor. We are the wife of the lawyer, doctor, and teachers. And this is the word of the Qi is so different. We have to truly to share our beauty. Although we didn't have a lot of Qi here to share the idea. Actually, Li Huizhu, you have to write for yourself. You have to write your point. Okay. Everybody, we have to take a look at it. We take off the Qi and we didn't have the impact point to represent the Qi. So it's very colorful to represent ourselves of Qi. Oh, why you have to go to New Zealand? Not just a woman represent herself. When you really talk about a lot of poets, and I'm really educated. My educated level is just like this, but actually I know the drama because I follow the drama a lot, so I know the nine, knowing of that. Around 60 series of Li Qingzhao. I really cry for that. There's so many things to tell her life. When one is not very important, for the others told me for her life, her drama, I really, after reading the books and watching the drama, I think she's really good and great. And the right singer, don't move. How look at herself. Wow, she really lose weight successfully. Do you change your qipao, the robe? And look at you. And Shen, I didn't watch you wear a robe before, as she wrote before. And before I used to wear a different Dao dress. I don't wear a robe. And it is a reason I don't robe, because after I get weight a lot, so I didn't put myself into the robe. But now, and I get lose weight successfully, I can fit into the robe. So that's why when I get thin, I'm to talk about the topic of Li Qingzhao. So that's why I have to lose my weight successfully. Okay. I'm reaching the Xinjiang ceremony, have to wear my robe. I think about Li Qingzhao lately, so I have to try to lose my weight as well. And Yunnan, thank you, the main teacher, and can the teachers edit, Xuansi teacher. Thank you for you express her nice lyrics. And thank you for her sharing, the Kaixuan sister sharing. Very good. So I already watched the drama, and seems that it's very easy for everybody to watch the drama. And Kaixuan sister study a lot and to use the easy word to do the sharing. And when I was studying, if the teacher can very humor, very nice word to share this, and probably I won't fall asleep for it during my Chinese class. And doing of the very happy, vivid sharing, we will know how to know the person well, Li Qingzao. I stopped reading it, and we have seen another woman's very excellent. Probably the principal cannot sit here anymore. All the Kaixuan. One of the fans say, Li Qingzao's life, for her life before the marriage, after the marriage, and so thank you for her to do the sharing. Unbelievable. To Kaixuan, she have reflect her life, and also share Kaixuan's family, and she's very romantic, elegant woman to share with us. And she's a really talented poetry woman in the history, and across the time and limit to share Li Qingzao with us. And from Yunnan the Yang, thank you, Kaixuan sister, to share her very nice story with us. You can see, and this is. We all know Kaixuan's sister really studied a lot and very well did and very talented. And she is really happy. And this is a point to represent Kaixuan's sister. knowing to study to go Budapest with Zhi. And very fair. Thank you, Hinted, and thank you for all the guests, all the speakers. Thank you. And so let's come back to